I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything I'm about to say. I'm gonna try my very best not to cut as much. I'm gonna try my best to just be honest and straightforward because this is honestly and genuinely something that really disappoints me, really upsets me, and truly sets a precedent for what kind of person Ethan Klein truly is. Now, I made my video, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, on the fall of Ethan Klein or h3h3 Productions. I made my video talking about why I personally do not agree with his morals or the path that he's currently going down. Where he made 3 videos bashing Keemstar for all the wrong reasons, honestly. Only doing it because he doesn't like Keemstar. He's got into a fucking stupid ass Twitter beef with a 40-year-old gnome. And because of that, that resulted in him deciding to make not one, not two, but 3 fucking videos on him. And while Keemstar is a petty person, and he has most certainly continuously tweeted both at h3h Productions and just in general to his audience, talking about what a crappy and shitty person h3h3 is, and just in general making fun of him. But ultimately, you shouldn't stoop down to Keemstar's level and be as or even possibly more petty than the Gnome Star himself. Killer Cumstar. Let's get right into the fucking news. Yeah, you shouldn't be as petty or as dramatic as he is. And it's just disgusting to see h3h3 Productions, a man who has basically come from like this high tier standard of content. He was like one of the greats, like iDubbbz or even Leafy to an extent, and yet he has fallen so far. And this one tweet right here, this one tweet bothers me so fucking much to the point where I decided I have to make a full-length video about it. I couldn't just put this in a This Week News episode, which, by the way, I don't think there's going to be one this week. I do apologize. But I just have to say it because it's truly irksome. It's truly irritating and bothersome to see a man say such shitty fucking shit. But without further ado, let's take a look at the tweet. Now, in the context, Leafy's videos, both on h3h3 Production and Alex, both those videos were taken down and 2 strikes were given to his channel. If you guys don't already know, 3 strikes and you're out. It's like the good old ball game in America. You fuck up 3 times, you're out. And that's exactly what was going to happen to Leafy's channel. Now, as of this recording, his strikes have been removed and the videos were put back up. However, I believe Leafy has most of his channel privatized as a result of the fact that YouTube were trying to terminate him. And they came this fucking close. But, thankfully, Leafy was able to get rid of the strikes. I don't know how personally, but he was able to. Maybe he had a contact at YouTube who could help him out or something. I don't know. But what I do know is the strikes were removed, which, that's good, I guess, because Leafy's content, while, you can dislike it or like it. However, it doesn't matter. You can like or dislike it. But, at the end of the day, it doesn't violate terms of services. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. It's not harassment. It's not bullying. He doesn't go after, like, little kids anymore. Little fucking Jim Bob, trying to sing a fucking shitty-ass song. And then Leafy's like, oh, cringe. No, he doesn't do that anymore. He makes shit posts. He just fucking, looks at a video and just makes comments on it. Like, it's basically just criticism. And sure, he can be a little harsh at times. But at the end of the day, it's nothing more than a fucking shit post. So, honestly, it doesn't violate any rules, yet YouTube decided to take the videos down, and Leafy made a tweet where he was kind of pointing the finger at h3h Productions, which, I'm not gonna lie, that's the part I disagree with personally. I don't believe h3h3 took down anyone's videos. I don't think he's responsible for anything, because there just simply isn't proof. It's all just speculation and just coincidences in general. I don't believe he took down Gokunawa's video, and I don't believe he took down Leafy's video. But at the end of the day, what I personally do believe is that h3h3 is a terrible person, because in regards to this tweet Leafy made, insinuating that h3h3 was responsible for the takedown of his video, as well as in general, just saying that the video was taken down and everything, and how he had to privatize all his videos, h3h3 fucking responded with, and nothing of value was lost. That's the exact quote. In response to Leafy's videos and potentially his whole channel being terminated. In response to all of that, I get it, H3. Don't get me wrong. I fucking get it. You don't like Leafy, and Leafy doesn't like you, and that's perfectly fine. I doubt he even really cared about that. But this shows how much of a shit-tard you really are, Ethan. I don't like censorship, and I'm pretty sure 90% of YouTube and 90% of, and like 90% of the commentary community will agree that censorship is terrible. No company should tell you what you can and can't say on the internet. No company should tell you that you can't say or do something on the internet or on their website, so long as it's not actually illegal. Like, you shouldn't post child porn. I think that, that's a little bit of a stretch. But when it comes to freedom of speech, at least in America, I don't think YouTube should be able to dictate what you can and can't say up to a certain extent. Now, obviously, if you're making threats or terroristic threats or whatever, I believe YouTube should be able to shut that down, because, that's, at that point, you're actually breaking a law. You're threatening people. However, as long as what you're saying isn't a threat, as long as you're not saying, oh, I'm going to kill so-and-so, or I'm going to do this or that, whatever, I don't think YouTube should be policing the internet, or policing their own website, should I say. And I can't change that, though. But you know who can? Who could have, at the very least, put in a suggestion to the CEO of YouTube herself, Susan Wojcicki. That's right, Ethan himself. Now, this is where the big brain conspiracy theorists come in, and they make their own comment, and they think that Ethan had something to do with the Okinawa video getting taken down, had something to do with the Leafy videos taken down, because Susan Wojcicki came on his podcast, and they talked, they talked about policy changes and everything. She met up with a bunch of other creators as well, but h3h3 Productions just so happened to be one of these creators she ended up meeting up with. And ultimately speaking, he met up with her, and he could have potentially, at the very least, made comments about how this censorship on YouTube is not okay. It's bad for the company, it's bad for the site, it's bad for the creators, it's bad for the people watching, because people should be allowed to criticize other content creators, and should be allowed to even make fun of them, as a joke. But instead of doing that, and this is purely speculation, I'm fairly certain he did quite the opposite. Now, I'm not saying he told Susan Wojcicki to take down these videos. Again, I don't believe he did that. But what I believe Ethan did was he went on about being pro-censorship, and bada bing, bada boom, that's how the whole new creator-on-creator harassment policy got made. And I'm sure it was other creators who expressed their concerns about quote-unquote creator-on-creator harassment. But I'm almost certain that in private, h3h3 Productions, Ethan Klein himself, was quote-unquote concerned about it as well, which led to Susan Wojcicki making this big new announcement and this big new rule about creator-on-creator harassment, which is the one rule that has taken down so many goddamn videos, both of Leafy's videos being taken down for creator-on-creator harassment, as well as many others. All the videos criticizing Suzy Liu got taken down. You don't have the freedom of speech if you're harassing other creators, if you're using hate speech. But what do you determine as hate speech and harassment? I genuinely don't know. YouTube, tell me, because honestly, I don't know. Is what I'm saying about Ethan right now considered hate speech, harassment? I'm just saying that he's a terrible person based on his actions. And furthermore, what bothers me the absolute most about this whole fucking drama and shit, about not only about Leafy's video being taken out, not only about the stupid fucking tweet, not only about this goddamn, I hit my mic, goddammit, but not only about this stupid interview, not only about that. The thing that bothers me is back in 2015, 2016, when he was being sued, when he was being censored by this fucking bold guy, whatever the fuck his name was, I genuinely can't remember at this point. Who did he come to for help? He came to the community. Now, I don't believe he set up the GoFundMe, which inevitably became the Fupa account, which inevitably became the h3h3 Production, takes all the money for himself because he needed to pay off lawyer fees. I believe that was Philly DeFranco, sorry, who started that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Philly DeFranco who started that. But, either way, I'm pretty sure it wasn't h3h3 Productions. I'm pretty sure someone else started it on behalf. But at the end of the day, he still came to the community for help, to raise awareness for this, to help support him in his battle, in his lawsuit, which was unjustified. And he won, obviously. Now, my issue lies on the fact that when he needed us most, the community, to raise awareness, to donate, to just help him out in any way, shape, and form, we did just that. Thousands of people, creators and fans alike, donated to help, to help Ethan out in this horrible bullshit scenario. People retweeted his tweets. People liked his videos and shared them across the internet so people could hear the message about this absolute malarkey, this absolute garbage tier lawsuit about how he's basically being censored because Bold Guy claimed that his video was copyright and whatnot, even though it had nothing to do with copyright. It was fair use, and all of it was for criticism purposes, obviously. So when he needed us most, we were there. But now it's 2019, 2020. Now when we need him most, because YouTube is making a bunch of rules, hurting both the content creators that supported him, as well as the audiences who are just trying to enjoy the content they love, seeing that their favorite YouTubers, they're getting their videos strike down, they're losing, monetization, everything's in the shitter, essentially. We turn to Ethan because he finally gets an interview with the CEO. He is finally able to speak with her and talk about all his concerns. He doesn't talk about anything regarding the fucking website being in the shitter. He doesn't talk about all the issues with the monetization. He doesn't. It's not that he didn't stop the problem. My problem is he is in fact part of the goddamn problem. And again, I just want to reiterate, I don't believe that h3h3 took down anyone's videos. I don't believe he flagged them down. I don't believe that he called up Susan at fucking 1 a.m. being like, Susan baby, we have to take down these YouTubers who are making really, really mean content about me. No, I don't think he did that. Because that's just weird, first of all. But second of all, I just don't think he would do such a thing. However, what I do believe he would do is he would be pro-censorship. And you want to know why? Because back in the day when he wasn't pro-censorship, when he was all about being able to speak your mind and criticize other people, take the lawsuit, for example. Ethan and Gila were both being censored by Bold Guy. He was trying to censor them by suing them to hopefully get them to back off, to just be like, okay, we're going to stop this video. We're not going to post a video. We're not going to fight this. But no, they didn't. They turned to the community for help, like I said before, and we obviously did help them succeed in their lawsuit. But that's not the point. The point is, when he was being censored, when someone was attempting to censor him, he didn't back down from it. He didn't, give up. He fought, and he won. But now that the rest of the community that he was once part of, because remember, back in 2015, 2014, 2016, those years when the h3h3 production channel was his main channel, not the podcast channel, back in those days, he fought for what was right, which is essentially freedom of speech. But now that he's a big boy, with big boy underwear, and had the big boy channel, the podcast channel, the h3h3 podcast channel, which is now his main fucking cow that he gets to milk for views and money and shit. Now that he's a big content creator, he doesn't care. He doesn't even post to his main channel that often anymore. Only recently he made his 3 fucking Keemstar videos and then his 1 video defending himself from some ordinary gamers. Other than that, he hardly ever posts on his main channel. So why the fuck would he care about the commentary community? Why the fuck would he care about fucking censorship? Why the fuck would he care about freedom of speech? Because it doesn't matter to him. It doesn't matter because on his podcast, there's nothing to worry about. He doesn't criticize other people. He just fucking sits in it like a fucking fat, flabby fucking blob in his goddamn chair, reading a stupid ass fucking script on his computer, his shitty fucking laptop, sitting back, giving his fucking monotone, fucking retarded ass opinions, and fucking talking to his brain dead wife. It's fucking mental to me as to why. Absolutely, why would he fucking care? And that's just it. He's a selfish prick. And he doesn't care about anything anymore. He doesn't care about the community that made him as big as he is now. He doesn't care. Because if he did, he would have, at the very fucking least, said something to Susan. And that's what really bothers me. Because it's unfair. It's unfair to us as a community, and it's unfair to everyone else that channels are being targeted for harassment for all the wrong reasons. And when one creator that supposedly is on our side, the one creator that's supposedly the good guy in all of this, it turns out to be the bad guy. He turns out to be the secret bad guy, that, the twist villain. It's honestly absurd to me. And it's at this point where I cannot support h3h3 Productions anymore. I cannot support his videos. I cannot support his line of reasoning. I cannot support him as a person. In 2020, the only good thing he has done is donate to people who are in need. Other than that, he has done jack shit for the community. He's done jack shit for YouTube. Aside from, of course, trying to censor us all. But at the end of the day, it wasn't matter. From a former h3h3 fan, this is just absolutely garbage. It's disappointing. And in general, as a content creator trying to make it on YouTube, trying to, start something, anything, my hopes and dreams are being diminished. Not because of demonetization, not because of all these censorship and shit, but because creators that one person can look up to can have a completely different mindset, flip-flop, when things are no longer in their favor. Like, back in the day, Ethan was, anti-censorship. He was against all the censorship, obviously. Back in the day. When his main source of income came from a YouTube channel where he criticized other creators, criticized people who made garbage tier content. But when that became, when he stopped doing that, for one reason or another, maybe because the fucking cesspool of garbage commentary, just dried up, he decided to move on. And since he moved on, it doesn't benefit him to defend us anymore, so he won't defend us. And honestly, at this point, I cannot. It's too much. And it just goes to show what not only a hypocrite he is. Not only is he a hypocrite, but he's also a selfish fucking prick who only cares about anything if it applies to himself. And I repeated that how many times, but I want that to be the main takeaway of this fucking video. Because ultimately, that's what really matters to me personally. What matters to me is that we all understand that Ethan is not the person he once was. Ethan is a garbage human being. He's a garbage YouTuber. And a garbage podcaster, might I add. But that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother video. But ultimately, to conclude this video, the one takeaway we should all have is the fact that Ethan, if you want to make a change, if you want to be known as the god of YouTube, the high tier, one of the better YouTubers on the platform, so to speak, you gotta speak out against this absolute malarkey and bullshit. Because it's bullshit. Yet, no, you're not gonna do that. I know you enough. You're gonna sit down, go on your podcast for 2 fucking hours and talk about bullshit and dumb shit and horse shit and cat shit. And then when that's all over, you're gonna fucking shit all over your fucking audience. And they're gonna eat it right up because they're fucking shit eaters. They're gonna eat your shitty fucking content. Eat it up. You're gonna get millions of views. You're gonna get your sponsorships, like 3 or 4 per video, per stream, per episode. You're gonna make millions of dollars each and every year. You're gonna live in your goddamn $1 million mansion. And that's the end of it. I just wish that you could change, but maybe I'm just expecting too much. But that being said, hope you guys did enjoy. Like, subscribe, comment, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, in the description down below. With that being said, goodbye and farewell.